Welcome. This is D.L. Hughes from VelocityWriting.com, where you learn to write with speed, passion, purpose, and profitability. Hey, do you know the fundamentals of baseball? They're simple. You throw the ball, catch the ball, and hit the ball. That's it. How well you execute those three skills determines if you make it to the Hall of Fame or not. Now, there are only two skills needed to be a Hall of Fame writer. Learn how to do those two things well, and fame and fortune could be yours. And that's coming up in 10 seconds. Thank you for being here. If you receive value from this video, please like and share. Subscribe if you're new here. And, of course, remember to please leave a comment. I read them and respond to almost all of them. What are the two essential pillars of effective writing? Simply put, think and do. Pulitzer Prize-winning author David McCullough once said, "Writing is thinking. To write well is to think clearly. That's why it's so hard." He's right. If writing feels hard, you're probably doing something right. Think clearly, write brilliantly. It sounds so easy, right? But how often have you sat down and opened your laptop and expected a masterpiece to burst forth like lightning from your fingertips? Unfortunately, it rarely happens that way. Great writing begins with what I call the big think. And here's how it works. First, capture your thoughts immediately. Your mind generates countless ideas daily. They're like popcorn kernels bouncing around inside your brain. You think, wow, that would make a fantastic blog post or maybe a book. And then poof, the idea is gone. The trick is to capture those kernels before they vanish. Keep a notebook handy or use an app on your phone. Many people even keep notepads by their beds because inspiration loves striking in the middle of the night. Believe me, I've lost enough great ideas at 3 a.m. to know. Next, process those ideas. I call this soft research. Once you've captured an idea, it's not yet ready for the spotlight. You must nurture it a bit more. Ask some questions. What do you already know about the topic? What's your opinion about it? And is it strong enough to share? What about the topic intrigues you? Do you know someone who could offer more insight? Well, in some of my books and articles, I have called this process skull diving. It's when you dive into your own brain and immerse yourself in your submerged knowledge. You revisit what you already know. You don't know what you already know until you swim around in your own thoughts for a while. Then you have to write them down so that you have some order, a map to follow. Stream of consciousness writing without a clear direction is overrated. It's like driving at high speed on a flat tire. Exciting, until it isn't. Then do some real digging, the hard research. Soft research gets you started, the skull diving, but hard research gives your writing credibility and depth. Nonfiction writers especially know this. Accuracy is vital. You're the play-by-play commentator in a ball game, and you're describing the actions accurately and vividly. It's different for fiction writers. Detailed research is like the color commentary in baseball. That's when a second person in the broadcast booth enriches the game by adding details about the players and the plays. That kind of researched background breathes life into your setting, characters, and historical accuracy. Think costumes, architecture, slang. These details draw readers into your fictional world. I personally love iSeek for deep digging and fact-checking. Now, this is a little misleading. It says iSeek.ai, but you reach it by going to iSeek.com. iSeek AI takes you to the parent company, it seems. iSeek is what is known as a cluster search engine. There used to be lots of them, but they are a dying breed. A cluster search engine categorizes your search results into neat groups, perfect for writers who crave clarity and speed. It's also a great way to fact-check ChatGPT. As we see, you can focus your search in general areas or focus on medical, education, or finance. Selecting education is often good for writers because your search also shows available videos, books, and PowerPoints. But in this example, I picked finance and searched, is Bitcoin a good investment? Notice I get 105 items in the news, 40 from social media, and 27 generally there on the web. Click on the icon you want and results appear. You can see the source and the dates so you can access fresh data. Notice they list items by published date, topics, hashtags, organization, location, and people. You get a wealth of information to trigger your thinking. This is a little-known tool, but it's excellent. Remember, trust but verify. Always double-check your facts. Your readers deserve accuracy, not guesswork. Thinking alone never created a bestseller. It's the do that turns those brilliant ideas into reality. First things first, toss out the idea of writer's block. I like to joke that writer's block is just a fancy term writers invented to sound mysterious. Writing is binary. You're either writing or you're making excuses. Choose wisely. Your job as a writer is straightforward, even if it's not easy. It's about transferring ideas from the writer's mind to the reader's mind. It's not just about expressing yourself. It's about connecting emotionally and intellectually with your audience. Albert Einstein famously said, if you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough. And that's your benchmark. If your reader struggles, you still have work to do. For most of us, this means do, revise, and do again. The first draft is your starting point, not your finish line. Imagine building a house. Would you move in after just hammering a few boards together? No way. You'd want plumbing, electricity, paint, the works. Revisions add depth, clarity, and polish. Don't confuse revision with copy editing. Revision is reshaping your ideas, rearranging your thoughts, and refining clarity. The revision stage is the most overlooked phase of writing today. Only after you've thoroughly revised your manuscript should a copy editor step in to check grammar and punctuation and all the rest. One more thing, let go of perfectionism. Aim for excellence, not perfection. Perfectionism is exhausting and impossible. Excellence is achievable and satisfying. Keep the do cycle going. Writing is a joyful, relentless cycle. Think, do, revise, repeat. It's like hitting the ball and running the bases to increase the score. Each time you do it, you build confidence and skill. Think and do are inseparable pillars of writing. Reflect on your writing process. Are you balancing these two pillars equally? Remember, every writing project starts with a simple thought and it ends with action. Challenge yourself to think clearly and deeply first, then take immediate determined action without excuses. The result? You'll create work that resonates deeply with readers and brings you lasting fulfillment. Have a great writing day.